What's up, you awesome geeks? I'm Brian, this is the Smuggler's Room, and today we're gonna build a way to display these most awesome flags, these banners that my friend Kevin made for us. So we're gonna need a cargo barrel, some PVC pipe, so we can build a Star Wars inspired flagpole. Let's do this. All right, we have some pipes. Oh, that works. That's a big barrel. Yeah, I think that's too big for the bench. I'll work on it down here then. So obviously I'm using PVC pipe here, and I've got a 2-inch pipe with a coupler on it. What I went ahead and did was cut that 2-inch pipe into smaller pieces. I also have 2-inch to 2-inch couplers. It'll look a lot more interesting if we have something that gives you some dimension than just a straight piece of pipe. To put in a T-junction so that we can have a piece going out that'll hold our flag. I said at the beginning that this flagpole had something special, and that is that I have these amazing flags made by Kevin Conca. And the one I want to display for this Comic-Con is this awesome one he did with our company logo on. The idea would be to have this hanging off the side so that it's draped down over the front. What we're doing is figuring out how to mount this toilet flange to the barrel. Now the barrel's pretty rigid, so I'm going to be able to drill holes and bolt this in place. I broke the cardinal rule of filming things and forgot to film something. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's too tall to set up in the shop, but I attached the flags. T-junction in the center there. I just put a 1/2-inch PVC all the way through, and I used a step bit to drill that out. And then if you're wondering about transport, this guy slides right out, and then I will pull this guy out, pack it all up separate. One thing I really want to do on this is have more than just that single pole coming off of that cargo box. So I stole from our lovely wall back here, right back in there, I stole a piece of old school Smuggler's Room plumbing parts, and then I added just a couple more pieces. What's pretty great about the plumbing aisle is that you can add all these different types of pieces together to get a really interesting look to whatever it is that you want to build. And then I put on a couple of these mounting hardware pieces here. We're going to drill a couple of holes inside the barrel, and then we'll keep adding little bits and pieces to add some more interest and dimension to that piece. I feel like this is truly one of those projects where I'm making it up as I go. Now these threads and stuff, yeah, it's not very in-universe, but hopefully after all is said and done, it'll look okay. As I'm working through this, the one thing that's bothering me the most is this metal and the threads. But I have some wire loom that's split right down the middle, and I'm going to install that on here, and let's see if that improves the look of this at all. This is a really different kind of build, and one of the things I'm trying to do with it is use a lot of found parts, whether it's from the hardware store or from my Greebly bin. This is an old school food container. It has a couple of lids. I got it from my mother-in-law's house. One of the things about these cargo barrels is this really interesting shape that we're highlighting. This looks really close to that on a much smaller scale. Wait. Okay, here's our little Greebly detail. And it's bolted in place, so everything's got kind of a mechanical connection. We just got to get it painted. Okay, we got everything sprayed with a primer and then went back and sprayed the pole with a cream. I also sprayed the barrel. Carissa really liked that red color, and everything that I did in research showed that red color was pretty accurate too. So I just used a little red rust to kind of clean it up. Now those stickers I got were from Derek and Aedo. I'll put a link to the Etsy page. I'm gonna put these down on the pipe, and then when we do the weathering, we can blend it in a little bit. One of the awesome things we got to do this summer was attend the Smallville Comic-Con in Hutchinson, Kansas. My friend Troy and his brother John invited us down and gave us an awesome area to have a booth. So we built the flagpole so we could display our banner above the booth. If you ever have a chance to attend the Smallville Comic-Con, it's highly recommended. Those guys put on one heck of a show. Thank you guys so much for the invite this year. Junkyard Jedi has all its tape laid out. Afraid we might run out, so
never throw anything away, man.
I want to give a huge thank you to Kevin for these awesome banners. I'm going to put several links in the description below where you can see some of his work and ways that you can get a hold of him if you want a banner for yourself. I love projects like this, where you take a lot of found parts and a little ingenuity and you kind of cobble those together to make it look like something that you might find in one of the films, and we hope that you try it yourself. And if you like some other ideas on some DIY type projects, check out this playlist right here. It's chock full of all kinds of different interesting things that you can nerd out in your shop about. And we'll see you the next time we build something out of nothing.